Welcome to the first meditation of the year 2021. Wow, 2020 is done. I am so glad, but I'll tell you, it's funny. We've been talking about, 2020 is coming to an end, 2020 is coming to an end. I saw this wonderful cartoon this morning, and it had a tunnel, and these people were coming out at the end of the tunnel. They're like between one tunnel and the next tunnel, and they go, "Look, I can see the light at the end of that tunnel." And it's like we could all just see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't know, I was thinking, okay, the end of 2020 there's gonna be something new, and 2021 feels really no different than 2020 at this point. We still have the same COVID-19 destroying people. We still have this crazy political world. It's a little bit frustrating that, we're looking for that light, and so we're back here for this half hour together so that we can bring ourselves into what's really happening inside of us and in our lives. And it's pretty incredible too. We begin a new year and we begin the second book of the Torah, Exodus. Shemot, first Torah portion name is Shemot, and it starts out with all the names of the Israelites. And then there is a very famous line. A new king arose in Egypt who knew not Joseph. There's a lot of commentary about this. How is it possible that he didn't know who Joseph was? Or maybe he didn't know who Joseph was, or maybe he chose to believe that he didn't know who Joseph was. But whether he knew or not, it calls to us not to forget that which got us through the 9 months of pandemic in 2020. Let us not be, this is a new year, that didn't know what we went through last year. We know what we went through. The patience that it took and still takes for us to make it through this unbelievably frustrating time in the world. But secondly, I like to think of Joseph as that which helped us in Egypt, that literally saved that part of the world. Joseph did. That thing, or those things that helped us in 2020, those aspects of our life and what we figured out and how to live in the pandemic.
It's frozen on my end.
How far did you get in? So I understand it was a little bit frozen. It's too bad, because I literally have said the smartest thing I ever said. But you missed it.
Let's try.
Should I start and stop again? I don't think that's going to help. Is this okay?
Go from here.
Okay. If you want to write in, and just because Michelle's here, she's the one who checks it out for me to make sure it's working okay.
I'm so tech savvy.
So, have people said that it's all right?
It's only on your page. I don't see it on the temple page.
You don't see it on the temple page at all?
New year, man.
Right. It's the new year.
Just gotta start fresh.
That's funny.
Oh, I do see it now on the temple page.
Well, you have to, yeah. I will say what I was going to say again.
Yeah.
There was a new king that arose over Joseph who did not know Joseph. A new king arose of Egypt who did not know Joseph. What is our Joseph? For me, Joseph are the things that helped us get through the pandemic. They're like the good positives that have come out of quarantining or staying at home. Those things which have given you energy through this time. Is there a particular thought that you've had that has allowed you to make it through? A new year has arisen over all of us. Let us not forget our Josephs. That's, I think, the message. Let us not forget those things that have kept us grounded and kept us going, including this, what we do together Monday through Thursday, when we're reflecting on our lives and we're bringing ourselves some stillness. What was that show that we saw about stillness? Didn't we talk about someone who's supposed to find stillness? Every there was some movie I was watching the other day, and I know what it was. It was the one, The Sound of Metal, which is about a drummer in a, I don't know if it's a punk rock band, but I mean it's a very heavy metal band, and he goes deaf. And the whole show was about, I think it was on Amazon. Is it Amazon or Amazon or Netflix? And goes to this place, and this guy suggests that he go up into this room and meditate every morning. And at one point, the man asks him, "Have you found stillness in your sitting in the room?" And obviously, this man had not found the stillness. But literally, at the end of the movie is the moment where he finds that stillness, and it's this moment where he feels complete and utter. You can see it in his face, even though his eyes. Actually, his eyes aren't. His eyes are just like looking around at nature, but you just feel it. You feel it inside of him that he's found that place of stillness that we are searching for as we do our meditation. It was interesting. I saw just a clip of Tara Brach yesterday who said, meditation isn't to get us to not think. And I thought that was curious. And the way I read that was that meditation is for us to center ourselves on our breathing and the ultimate of now, but a lot of times what that now involves in the thoughts that are happening inside of us. And so that action of thinking and then being brought back to our breath, and then that thought's going to go anyway, and then we're brought back to our breath. It's not to me that we're saying, oh, it's illegal to think, because you're recognizing that the thinking will happen. But for us to say, oh, it's, you're not meditating correctly if you're thinking, that's something that I think she is correct. So let's go back. I really got off. See, I haven't done this for 10 days, so go off on tangents, which my friend Rick likes because he thinks those are the funny parts of these talks. So this idea that we've come on this new year and we've tried to make maybe resolutions or thought about how we want this year to be better than last year. But let's not forget those things that were good, and those things that helped us, and those things that have allowed our lives to have some fulfillment during a time where we are literally quarantined in our homes most of the time. So I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go into our silent time. And again, we're just going to think about our breath. We're going to tie ourselves into the now. This now when our stomach, air enters into our stomach or into our chest, wherever it is you feel your breath. And you just want to think about what's happening inside of your body as this breath is happening. That's the ultimate now. So we're just kind of clearing out a little bit of the noise that comes from our regular lives so that we can direct ourselves a little bit more into the thoughts that maybe are most important to us. Maybe that's a way to think about that. Meditation isn't to get rid of your thoughts. And lastly, just to think about what is it that we need to keep doing. We can't be in a new year and forget those good things that came before us, that got us into the place where we are. And hopefully we're in, a pretty good place so that we can help ourselves get through these challenges of this time. So I got my little bell, and let us begin. We're just breathing regularly, not forcing anything. We're just noticing. Notice how the breath comes in, fills your stomach. Notice how it goes out. Just as a reminder, there are three aspects of our soul we think about. Ruach is the actual air that we push out and in. It's one aspect of our souls. Nefesh is that space between the end of our breath and the beginning of the next, and the space that we bring in our breath that turns to exhaling our breath. It's the time between the halves of the breath. Sometimes I find that that moment between exhaling and inhaling has a pause and a beat. That's a soul pause. Vainafash, nefesh, to renew. We renew with each new breath. And the neshama is that whole process of the breath coming in and the breath going out and taking that pause and feeling it all. That's our neshama. last several minutes together, I'd like us to ask for certain feelings. I'm going to change one today. Usually on Mondays, talk about health and safety. And Tuesday, may I feel blessed and safe. So today we're going to switch out safe. May I feel health. And then I was thinking, may I feel energy to take on the year. May I feel energy to be able to do what I need to do. May I feel energy to take on challenges. And may I feel health. That's numero uno in today's world. Stay healthy. May I feel energy. May I feel health. May I feel health. May I feel energy, energized. And with each breath, offer that feeling of health, of energy. I'm not sure if energy is a feeling, but I like to think it is. To feel energized. It's been 9 months. May I feel healthy. May I feel energy. Let's keep that going for several breaths. If you'd like to invite someone to be with you in your mind's eye, I was thinking of my dog, but I don't think if I asked for him to have feelings of energy, it would work. So I'll pick someone else. And we have that person in front of us, and we say to them, may you have health. May you have energy. May you have energy and health. And with every breath, for several breaths, let's offer this to the person or being that's with us. And for our last moments together, let's bring it back to us. May I feel health. May I feel energy. And we just come back to where we started. We think about our breath. Think about those things from this year that gave us energy and helped us be healthy. Our Josephs. And we hold on to those. We take them with us into 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for coming back in 2021. Speaking of the dog. And I hope that you were able to find some stillness and peace. May you feel energy, and may you feel health.